Hi, everybody, and happy Monday. It's your friend Ryan Rolfe with the Dsmsold team at Keller Williams Legacy Group here in Des Moines in Central Iowa. And we are officially in April. So, quarter one is done, and March is also done. So, without further ado, let's jump in and talk about what's going on in the market this year compared to last year as we go into the second quarter of 2025 and what all of this stuff in the political space means for real estate. So, we'll start off by talking about inventory this year compared to last year. We are about 19% ahead overall on inventory, available inventory this year versus last year. So we've got more homes available, which is great for folks that are looking to buy. Folks that are selling, you may say, oh, well, that means they've got more competition. Well, as you know, I've mentioned many, many times, presentation is key. So we want to make sure that your home stands out online against the competition and that you're priced appropriately so that your home moves quicker than your neighbor's homes, because that's going to help you get more money, get your home sold quicker, and get to where you need to go. So if you are specifically speaking of existing homes, so resale homes, we're about 36% above last year, which is great because resale offers a lot of great options for folks that are looking to buy their first home, move up and maybe buy, move up from that 2-bed, 1-bath to a 3-bed, 2-bath, or whatever that next move may be. So that's great news. And yet, again, it still does mean more competition if you are actively selling your home. So presentation and pricing, again, is essential and crucial. That being said, we are still very much in a seller's market, meaning the market's favoring sellers under $500,000. Between $300,000 and $500,000, $300,000 to $400,000, and $400,000 to $500,000, that's the closest to an even market or a balanced market, meaning we would have 4 to 6 months of inventory. Those are in the mid to high 3 months of inventory. So again, still in a seller's market, which means it's favoring sellers over buyers, and yet they're getting closer to an even market. So that's where you may see, some of those homes are moving very quickly, others are sitting. A lot of that comes down to pricing. And then the lower you get in price point, the less inventory available that we have. So the deeper into a seller's market that we are. From $600,000 to $900,000, that is in a balanced or even market, and that's pretty safe in the balanced to even market space. There's not as many homes or buyers rather, and there are plenty of homes, so it's a more even market in that $600,000 to $900,000. And then above $900,000, as you may have guessed, that is in a buyer's market. So with the number of listings that are available and the fewer buyers that are looking at homes in those price ranges, that is favoring buyers over sellers. So if you are thinking about buying and you're in that under $500,000 price point, well, you may have more competition. And for those of you that are selling, again, as there's more inventory available, yes, you do have more competition as well. And yet being in a seller's market means that you likely will see things move a little bit quicker. We're in the time of year where inventory naturally, we tend to see more homes come on the market, but we also see more homes go into the pending or under contract status because it's spring season. Interest rates have continued a slow decline. They're certainly not going anywhere much lower anytime soon. And yet, with everything that's going on in the economy around us, we may see some stimulation with interest rates specifically to help out the economy. So you may see that rates do continue to trend down a little bit as other things in the world around us get to be more expensive to just keep people moving, keep people buying property. Whether or not that's the right thing to do, I don't know. And yet that is what we're maybe potentially seeing in the real estate space. So be on the lookout for that. We are certainly seeing some rates in the 5% range for FHA buyers, and then conventional and some of the other loan products that are out there are in the low 6s. So a lot of that depends on your credit score and credit worthiness and all of the things that go into getting you pre-approved. And yet that's something to, if you're thinking about buying and you've been on the edge because, hey, rates are so high, well, guess what? They're staying pretty steady and even coming down some. We've had some clients actually reach out to us today saying, hey, our lender reached out and said rates have come down some, so we're excited to lock in our interest rate at an even lower rate, which is amazing. That being said, let's over the past weekend, we saw 218 new homes come on the market. So 218 new listings, 218 more properties are now on the market. 150 homes went into pending or under contract status, meaning they accepted an offer. So buyers and sellers got together, came to an agreement, and that home is more or less off the market. And 143 homes sold and closed and got to welcome their new owners. So if you've got questions about what this means for you, if you're thinking of buying, thinking of selling, maybe considering an investment property, you may think, why would I invest in this market? Well, there's definitely some great options out there. And of course, we would love to help you answer any of those questions, whether you're thinking about buying, thinking about selling, or maybe even investing in real estate and wanting to put your money in something that is a little bit safer of an asset that tends to appreciate more slowly and yet increases in value over time and has less of the ups and downs of maybe the stock market. So feel free to reach out if you've got questions, and I appreciate you watching today. Have an amazing week. Stay warm and enjoy the sunshine. It looks like we should have a beautiful week this week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.